YouTube, this is dankerthanclanker. I'm going to take apart 2 PlayStations because of my one needs a new driver with the beautiful little lens there, and as I've just got this one, may as well change them because I just used that one, but the big difference between the two is that this one's chipped and that one is not. So I thought I may as well make this video for, well, shits and giggles really. So this is the inside of the basic PlayStation, all very normal. But there are 2 differences between the two when you take the other plates off, because your motherboard is behind here. And I'll show you behind there, even though we don't actually need to, because I can just unplug that because of these plugs here, and just lift them off, transfer them over. But I'll show you underneath to see the main difference between a chipped PlayStation and a standard PlayStation. Okay, so one of these connected out. I've already pulled the power one off, so off comes the laser. This one's considerably older than the other one, and this one's had quite a lot more damage, as you can see. The discs were slipping and that entire section came off. So that was held down by blue tack at one point, but I also glued it. But the problem from gluing it is it shrank, so discs kept slipping when rapid speed changes occurred. So I thought I may as well just interchange the entire unit. We have no idea how awkward this is trying to do it one-handed. And now I've disconnected this, this is the power pack. Everything to do with the power goes here. So this is where your battery, not battery, power lead goes in, and transformer, power switch, and your reset button. Okay, so now we've disconnected the power, we'll disconnect the controller ports from the motherboard, which I've done. Now I've already unscrewed the back plate of the main top plate. This is a bastard trying to do it one-handed, but alright. Oh god. Something tells me I should have prepared before I actually made this video, so, well, in before that I've already taken some of the screws out. Okay. So any of you with the most basic knowledge of wiring knows that that shouldn't be there. That is the chip. I'd take the masking tape off, but I'm afraid of breaking the wires, because if I didn't do this, my uncle did, because I bought this off when I was about 8. I'm actually now going for my 8th birthday, and he got it from brand new. I've still got the box somewhere, so yeah. This is the main chip. The motherboard is now currently held down by the screws holding the ports in place. They're not actually holding the ports in place, they're holding the entire thing in place, so I'm not entirely sure how they come off. I know the Nintendo 64, the card reader just pulls off when you take the 2 screws off either side out. So yeah, I'll show you the main difference between the two now. Now, I didn't disconnect the power leads on this one before, but this is just taking it apart here and now. This is a good condition laser, obvious. Mainly because the other one hasn't got, well, mainly because this one hasn't got blue tack on it. There's probably a whole load of people on YouTube now thinking that I'm sacrilegiously mending a PlayStation with blue tack, but it did work, because I couldn't find the other part for the disc clamp for the PlayStation 1. In fact, I haven't seen another chunky PlayStation 1 in about 6 months. I know that my PlayStation has been like that for about 3 years, but minor detail. And let's just disconnect the controller port, and there we go. Oh, it's going to be awkward, isn't it? Okay. Now, if I'm guessing right, I think that's a heatsink. Not sure though, so anybody who knows, feel free to comment and correct me. But yeah, this camera isn't very good at close-ups, so I'll put some pictures in the middle of this to show you all the close-up details between the two. Okay then, so now that's done, we'll put the plates back on, because I was in half a mind to actually just change the entire motherboard over. But to be honest with you, I'm ill and I really can't be arsed, so yeah. We'll just move these wires out of the way, put the plate back on, and you have no idea how awkward this is trying to do it one-handed. So I just stripped that down to show you what the motherboard was like, and the main difference between our chipped PlayStation and a non-chipped PlayStation, just standard issue. Guess I know my room's a mess, which is why I'm not going to do a lot of room shots. Now, I had a screwdriver somewhere, but I had the sense to put it down and forget where I left it. That's lovely. Okay, we're back in business. I've found it, and it was literally just there. So, yeah, I have no sense when it comes to this kind of thing. So, bearing in mind this is actually my first video, which doesn't involve trains or metal singers or drunken metal pirate singers. Yeah, you can tell this is my first video. And the video doesn't like zooming in on us, or macroing. But we'll forgive it to that. Repairing stuff like this is relatively easy if you have the parts. I mean, it's like repairing a phone, because it's put together by machines. Stuff basically just clips in. even though I realise the stuff which has, well, stuff like that for instance, is probably pressed in by a human, but it's used for repair purposes and just production line in general. It's also used to quick repair because of, say if you've got a broken phone screen and you can't repair it yourself because if you don't know a lot about this stuff, not that I'm pretending that I know a lot, you can send it back to the company and they'll just basically take your phone apart and unclip it like these, unclip the screen and just lift it out and put a new one in for you, which is what I did with my Nokia 2630. It's on its third screen now, and yeah, it now needs considerably more than a screen, like a new keypad. I've had it for 3 years, so fair play, but it's received a lot of punishment. So yeah, that's pretty much put together now. The new laser into the old PlayStation. The note to self: buy a tripod. Little wire for the data plugs in there, and there we have a working PlayStation 1. We could plug that in now and play it, but I obviously want to put the casing back on because it'd be very stupid to play it without its casing. Now, something I have to big about this is the laser is not actually screwed down in any way. The only thing that's really holding it in place is the wires. That just lifts out. No matter what happens, you could lift that out if you took the case off. And screwing it back together is just a simple case of these damn lens cap, these 6 screw holes here.